Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Marquee Matchup. We do have quite a fantastic and intriguing matchup for you guys tonight. It is Juventus and Real Madrid. I'm joined, I can say as always, by Mr. William, who is producing and commentating tonight. So busy night for you, but I'm sure enjoyable nonetheless.
Yeah, you guys get to hear my lovely voice for the next 20 to 30 minutes, so enjoy that.
Well, Real Madrid and Juventus. Real Madrid coming off a 4-0 thumping of New York City earlier tonight. They're going to look to continue their fine run of form in what might be a very, very sneaky title challenge that they're beginning to mount, with both teams above them dropping points. Young Boys only collecting 1 point, and Orlando losing in their first game tonight as well. So not great for the front two, but Real Madrid might be there to pounce. Meanwhile, for Juventus, what started off the season extremely poorly, they have turned that around and are trying to work their way into the Super Cup spots. And I think, Will, this is going to be a very, very close matchup. Really just looking at these two teams on paper.
Yeah, for sure. I think I have to give the upper hand to Real Madrid here. It's an experienced group of players who have been here, done that before, and they've got one of the best defenses in the division, if not the best. So it's always a solid foundation in which to build a team. So I expect them to build on their already impressive second half of the season.
Well, a defense that's going to try and change that. Juventus, they line up like so in the 3-5-2. Gummy getting the start in net. Boss Flacco, Damage, and Dustin making up the back line, with Kangaroo and Loco in front of them. Gato Bravo and Fozzie out on the wide mids. Matias not playing center back. He's playing the central attacking midfield position. He'll be supporting Soccer FJ and Zach Doyle. And Zach Doyle has had a very good season. I believe this is kind of a breakthrough season for him, but Soccer FJ has really been the talisman up front.
Yeah, for sure. Zach, I didn't know coming into this season, but with Sucker FJ, man, he was the main linchpin in that Atalanta team that won the Royal Cup last season. So it's always great to see these young players break through and come through and actually come up and step up into the next league and do well. He's found his home here at Juventus. And Zach Doyle is having a really, really good season as far as PER is concerned at the striker position. He's one of the top 10 players in his position so far this season.
Imagine if we sorted everything by PER. Anyways, over to the Real Madrid lineup. Jack getting the start in goal. The man who can't seem to shut his mouth is going to have to back that up here tonight. Exile, Libero, and Salarino make up the back three, with Lazo 10 and Twinkie in the DMs. Tolino, Mokro out wide. Goatless down the middle. Winnie and Frio, and that front three has played together for some time, and that chemistry is most definitely clicking for Real Madrid this season.
Yeah, I mean the talent level's always been there, just the execution hasn't always been, and this Real Madrid team is really coming together. This since the first third of the season, really. I mean, they've just been dominant and would be in the title race had it not been for a slow start. And it wasn't even a bad one; it was just a slow one. And when they were picking up more draws than they would have liked, so I'm glad to see these guys doing well. And I'm not really surprised to see them here at all, challenging for the title.
Well, it should be a really interesting title race all the way to the end. Orlando just a point ahead of Young Boys, rounding out tonight, with Young Boys still with 2 games in hand, so they could potentially go 5 points clear. Real Madrid, who we've got on tonight, they've got a game in hand, this game actually, over Orlando. They sit 5 points behind, so a win here, Will, and Real Madrid are 2 points behind Orlando.
They're right there. I mean, they're just right there, man. As good as Orlando has been, Real Madrid's been better for this latter half of the season. I know that may be controversial to some people, but I mean, for a team that's only given up 12 goals in 30 games, I mean that's record-breaking stuff there. It's no surprise to see them climbing up the table with those numbers, with the best goal difference as well.
Yeah, that plus 38 to their names. Could we potentially see kind of a season 12 type of thing, where the the front two begin to fade away, and we have the team that had relatively sat in third place most of the season kind of sneak up and steal it.
It's a possibility. For that to happen, we're going to have young boys really slip up. But we have seen that before, as you know. So there is still a chance that this is a three-way battle going into the last 7 or so games of this season. It's really going to be interesting to see how it all shakes out.
Well, as we are loading in here, Will, very, very quick thoughts on how this one might finish out.
Without sounding too harsh here, I think Juventus are a really good team, and I'm really happy to see them where they're at. But I do think they are overperforming. I believe that we will see a 2-0 victory to Real Madrid for tonight.
Well, I feel obligated to say 1-1 draw as we kick things off here. Real Madrid in their full white kit. Juventus in their black with that nice red sash going down the side. Bravo into Matias, who, if you missed the lineups, is not playing in center back. He is playing in Cam Loco now into Matias. And he's already had plenty of the ball. Zach Doyle out to Gallo Bravo, trying to charge inside, does charge inside, getting past one defender. Can't get past the multi-team of the season where Foot, Libero, whatever you want to call him, he has been an absolute rock at the back for Exile. He's really past few seasons and is definitely the captain of that defense.
Best defender in the league, if you ask a lot of people.
Best defender in the league is going to have to do a little bit more defending here. Soccer FJ on this near side cuts back and finds Gatto Bravo. Gatto Bravo held up by Solar. He fights through, and this one whips to the back post. There's no one there yet, and it won't quite fall to Zach Doyle, who is trying to get there. Real Madrid will boot this one long, looking to play for seconds, but Dustin gets his head to it. And Kenga is taken out from behind by Frio.
Striker's challenge?
A striker's challenge, most definitely. That was right through the back of him. Damage trying to lump this one over the top. It might get there, but Jack is going to be quick off his line to prevent any sort of free kick trickery from Juventus. This one hit long, blocked flack, but heading it away. Solar doing just the same. And Kinga can only head it as far as Goatless, but it did fall to Zach Doyle ever so slightly before returning to Real Madrid. A foul heading Real Madrid's way. Played just over 10 minutes. No real chances at goals so far.
If I may, Scrutta, I mean, I'll hold my breath here. There we go. I'm a little surprised to see Juventus have as much of the ball as they've had so far in this game. I kind of, having played with Real Madrid's squad for a few seasons, I expected them to be a possession-heavy team like they have been in the past. But this just hasn't been the case so far yet. Still early days.
They've got their possession here. Frio on the ball, who does like to shoot, is going to shoot, and Gummy with a good save at his near post. What can Real Madrid draw up from the corner? Looking for Solar, and Dustin gets his head to it just behind him. Can Juventus potentially break here? They might be able to do so. Can they find the man? It's very late, but Zach Doyle does eventually get to the ball, where he's tackled out of play by Moker on this near side. Solar able to get his head into that and bangs it off of Gatto Bravo's chest. I think it is telling, Will, that we've played most of this match down this near side. I think some would say that, left side, right side, strong side for both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been the trend that I've picked up on the last few seasons in PCN, is that most of the time teams play down their left. It's just, I don't know the reason why, or the subconscious region or anything like that. It's just something that I've noticed, and maybe it's not even accurate, but it appears that both of these teams have favor of the left side here. If Real Madrid
and they might be in. There. Tolino with a shot, Gummy with a save. Boss Flacco was able to head that one behind before Frio could get his head to it. The first real, true opportunity for either side shows up in the 22nd minute. Real Madrid with this corner, looking to find Libero, headed away by Boss Flacco. And once again by Matias. Can Juventus try to counter? They couldn't. And Goatless now into Winnie. Winnie with his quick feet is still going to show that off. Boss Flacco with another acrobatic clearance. Lazo 10 into Twinkie. Twinkie with a good turn now for Mokro. Mokro trying to get past Kangaroo. It doesn't quite work out for him. And Gato Bravo's going to have to find his way out. He doesn't. He only finds the feet of Mokro. Now, could Juve be away here? Matias has sent Soccer FJ through. Soccer FJ with a shot, and it's gone in from extremely long range. Soccer FJ with an absolute blistering strike. He's got titanium in his boots. 1-0 to Juventus.
That is a banger! I feel like he did this last season whenever they won the Royal Cup at Atalanta. Soccer FJ just has that effect on the teams he plays for. Just manages to change games with a goal. He's done so again.
Well, Juventus can really feel it now because they're going forward again. It's Soccer FJ again. He's going to try a shot, but he may have been a little too confident in himself. That one not troubling Jack at all. Headed away. Libero. Can Winnie get this Real Madrid attack going? Their only real chance was a strike that led to a corner. So Soccer FJ on this near side is going to look to try to widen the Juventus lead here. Just over 30 minutes. It's lumped into the middle. No one's there to get it. Is that Loco trying to get to the ball? It is Loco trying to get to the ball. You can tell from his fantastic hairstyle. Lazo 10 gets a touch to it. Soccer FJ, well, I don't know.
He was expecting something different there, I believe.
He was most definitely expecting something different there. You wouldn't expect the man who just hit a shot from about 45 yards out to try his skills from that kind of position. That's when he's offside, but you can definitely tell Juve came to play in the marquee matchup as they typically do. I believe I did a little bit of research, Will. Not that I do a lot of research all the time. Juventus are the second most successful team in marquee matchup.
Wow.
Yeah, they have only lost 3 marquee matchups. And they might lose out here. Gummy off his line very, very quickly and very, very well, because that was definitely a scoring opportunity robbed by Matias.
The award-winning GK from seasons past has come through with the clutch play there for Juventus.
He tackled out of play, but the warning signs are starting to be shown by Real Madrid. When thrown out of play, we have just a few minutes to go until half time. Damage back into Gummy. I'm booting this one long. It might fall to Zach Doyle in exile. With, I think the first time we've said his name tonight, getting a touch to it. Fozzie trying to figure out some sort of creative way past his marker. And this one's going to be played over the top. Damage. I mentioned creativity. That one had to be flexible and creative at the same time to make that clearance, or else Frio is in clean, but they're not out yet. 3 minutes added on. Tolino, round 1. Fozzie able to get to it and boot it away. Only Lazo 10. Now to Winnie. Winnie turns and shoots, and Gummy on one knee making the save. Real Madrid have a late corner in the half. Look to go to the back post. It is Libero that's there, but Loco gets that away. Can Juventus potentially counter one more time? They might have an opportunity. We've played the 3 minutes, but it is going to have to wait until this counter. And Lazo 10 is able to get in the way of that and not allow potentially a very, very late counter attack. But Juventus 1-0 up at the half, and at times have looked the better team.
Yeah, they have. I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. I expected Real Madrid to come out here and play better than that, but 64% pass accuracy is not the antithesis of what this team usually does to their opponent. Juventus have come out here and just smacked them in the mouth and said, hey, we're here to play, and I don't think Real Madrid has really woken up from that yet.
Well, it has been somewhat of a lethargic half from Real Madrid. The attack just hasn't quite shifted into potentially that 3rd or 4th gear. that they're going to need, because this Juventus defense is hailed as Real Madrid defense. You got to remember, this Juventus defense, even though they've conceded 38 goals, they've played with each other for seasons. And that chemistry can potentially come into play here, as it is Juventus that will kick off the second half and immediately commit a foul.
I do get the feeling that Juventus will need another goal here if they're to hang on and win this game. I think Real Madrid are far from out of this, and they will definitely put Juve to the test.
Both these teams will probably be wishing for a goal right now, and it's Real Madrid that are going to get a chance at it. Can get able to intervene, and Boss Flacco is going to be taken out. That is another striker's challenge, but this could be a fantastic ball. Soccer FJ on the far side, looking to the back post. Can they play one more? Fozzie with the shot, and Exile getting in the way of that. It does look like we have had, is that Mokro in the book? I believe that is Mokro in the book. The first yellow card shown by the referee. Zach Doyle sending that one in the middle. Nobody's there to get it. It's back with Zach Doyle. Matthias with a good footwork into Soccer FJ. Sweet, smooth. Soccer FJ provides 2 for Juve.
Soccer FJ back at it again. What a play there from Matthias. He created that and put that ball on a plate. Soccer FJ, empty net. Easy peasy 2-0.
Easy peasy it is. And Real Madrid, with that lock down the fence they've played all season, are going to be asking themselves, where did that go? Because they find themselves in a 2-0 hole, and they might find themselves under pressure once more, because Soccer FJ has just had himself a game. He has definitely benefited off of his team's just flat-out ability, and they might find a third here. Is Luka going to have a shot? Zach Doyle with the shot. 3-0.
Woo!
And you wonder now, how many can Juve put on Real Madrid, the team that have only conceded 12 goals heading into tonight, have conceded 3.
This is ridiculous.
Under the hour mark.
We're getting roasted in the comments here by Isco, and he's just having to eat his words. I love it.
Well, it could be Juve once more. It looks like Real Madrid have lost a player as well, so that's just adding salt to the wounds. Goatless now into Winnie. Can they try and get one back here? Frio trying to get through. Boss Flacco, who has probably been the best defender on the pitch for either team. Winnie, can he find Frio? He's going to try and take it himself. Still with Winnie. Still Winnie, and that's a shot. And that one, his best effort of the game, floating just wide of the goal.
Not a bad idea from Winnie there. Created some space for himself. Just couldn't put it on target.
Well, that's, regardless of whether on target or not, Real Madrid are going to need a lot more of that, because they only have 30 minutes until and oh, my Zach Doyle might be in here, and it's a great challenge from Solar to just prevent the fourth for the time being. It may still come. That would have been a 4th goal served up on a silver platter for Juventus. Zach Doyle with the throw. Matthias, who was the maestro of that goal, into Fozzie. Now for Zach Doyle. Still Zach Doyle and Libero able to get that away. And it looked like Jack had blacked out for a second, but Jack booting that one long. Does find Mokro into Goatless. Can Real Madrid salvage anything? I think most of their players now would be content with just a point, being 3-0 down here. 66 minutes in. Mokro is going to try to change that. Gets past 1. Goatless can't quite find Winnie in the middle. Might still find him. Does find Winnie in the end. Dustin able to step into him, and Gato Bravo is going to clear that one away. You can sense now, Will, it does seem that Juventus has said, right, we've got 3 goals. Let's protect the lead. Let's not blow it. Because it is just starting to turn into a little bit of hoofball.
For sure.
For Juve.
It's hard to blame them, a team that's sitting in 7th place, or, entered tonight in 7th place, or playing a top team competing for the title. You've got 3 goals against them. Say, come and earn this victory. Not going to hand it to you.
Juventus have a throw on the far side. Matthias who has had a very good game. That one's going to be given away to go. Can Real Madrid find anything here? With just under 20 minutes to go, Winnie trying to hold up the ball. Might have a shot. Boss Flacco gets in the way of that. That has been the kind of defending that Juventus have had all night. And probably Real Madrid wish they've had. Exile whipping that one in. Damage there to it. Loco's going to get his nice head of hair to that. And it looks like, again, we've lost... is that potentially... Oh, and that's what's going to be played over the top. Soccer FJ for 3. Soccer FJ has a hat trick on the marquee matchup. It's 4-0. And Real Madrid had the opportunity to come within 2 points of Orlando and are going to be watching that. Well, that opportunity has just been completely dashed by Juventus. 4-0. So late on. Juventus 3 points in the bag. They will head up into the Super Cup positions with 4 teams currently sitting at 47 points. This one played in the middle. Frio trying to get his way through. Frio still coming off his line very quickly. But Juventus are going to move up into 6th position ahead of Manchester City. They will have 50 points. That is a rough challenge from Solar, who will also head into the book. Just a few minutes to go, but I don't think anybody will. And hold that thought, actually, because Real Madrid might be able to scrape a goal back here. It won't really mean much in the end because it's so late on, but Boss Flacco's not even going to allow them that. Well, he might actually win it. Still dribbling. And now sliding Gato Bravo with some nice patience to just boot that one away, but as they come forward here, Solar has to be careful, and he's not as careful as he probably wanted. Zach Doyle is going to be the last to touch it, but will for Juventus. How big of a win is this? Remember, they were sitting in the relegation zone at one point this season, and now they're just 4 points off of 5th place.
I mean, people like me keep on writing them off for some reason, and they keep on proving us all wrong. Pushing up into Super Cup places now. No one's spot ahead of them is safe. It seems like this Juve team are here to play for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely are. Damage stepping into that. Winnie just trying to save a little bit of face. Finds Goatless. Still with Goatless. Trying to chip it to the back post. And Dustin again there. If it's not an interception, it's a tackle. If it's not a tackle, it's a block. That has been the second half for Juventus. That has been the kind of defending they've had really all season. It hasn't looked pretty at times, but they get the job done and have done the job in emphatic fashion. A 4-0 thumping of Real Madrid, who, as we mentioned beforehand, had the opportunity to move within just a few points of Young Boys in Orlando. That opportunity was probably gone by halftime, Will.
Yep, Matthias and Sucker FJ and Zach Doyle all had different plans for Real Madrid as far as the rest of the season is concerned. Just a really great performance from them. They did what they needed to do. They scored goals and came out here and really put it to Real Madrid and showed the rest of the league that they're not a team to be taken lightly for the rest of the season.
If you're Real Madrid, you beat a team 4-0 before this, and now you've been defeated yourself 4-0. Especially in the goals, giving up the goals in the way that they did. It seemed this could be almost a deflating one for them. How did Real Madrid come back and try to, I don't want to say rekindle their title challenge, but it is so late in the season. I think they're definitely going to have to hope for results elsewhere in order to get their title challenge back on track. Where do they go from here? Because they're in this little bubble now of Young Boys 67 points, Atlanta 57 points, and they're sitting on 63. They don't really have a ton of pressure from behind, but they've kind of dashed their chances of going forward as well.
Yeah, well, they never really had, their destiny in their own hands, but now they really have to rely on the teams above them to really make some mistakes and not finish up the rest of the season properly. Real Madrid really had a chance to put some pressure on Young Boys and Orlando, but will likely be doing neither for the rest of the season unless one of those guys really drops off.
Well. I don't think either of us are expecting that result.
Nope.
4-0 to Juventus after the 90 minutes. Real Madrid, their best defense staying intact. They've only allowed now 16 goals. The next closest is Young Boys on 18, so that's still intact. But Will, anything more to add either for tonight or just in general?
Yes. Yeah, we got some stuff coming up. So I want to say the team of the week will be out. Teams have been selected, so graphics guys and the writing team are working on those write-ups now. So we should have that out hopefully by Sunday, but at the latest next week. Want to shout out everyone on who's supporting the Patreon. We've got quite a few members now, and you guys are really helping us out and developing things for the future. I think Exile is having a meeting with Patreon members next week or 2 weeks from now to discuss some of the PCN's future plans going forward. And I think other than that, that's all I've got. Squadda?
Well, I'm in good shape for myself and only for Will, who had to step on a few tacks in order to get this thing up and running, and also bite the bullet and try to run things and commentate at the same time. So Will, hats off to you for filling in for Vape, who decided to air us at the 11th hour. But everybody else, thank you very much for watching. We will see you on Sunday.